podcast. I'm your host, Thomas Shepard. I'm here with my co-host, Kari.
Hey.
And this is a very special week as we enter into the Christmas week.
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun.
I know. Here it comes.
Yes, here it comes. Right?
Ready or not.
Okay, scale 1 to 10. Do you feel like we are ready or not ready this year?
Oh, I think we're ready. I think we're good. I mean, I've still got some presents to wrap, but it's fine. We've got time. Yeah, we're ready. We're good.
Yeah, I feel like Christmas is the one time a year that I am actually not a lot of help, like at all. Yeah, am I right?
Said every man ever.
No, for real. I feel like I am just not a great help. I don't do really good at Christmas shopping. You know our kids best. I'm good at giving you money to buy the gifts.
You are
so
very,
that's a
thank you
plus in my column.
for doing that. You're good at, let's rephrase that. You're good at not getting mad at the money I spend.
Verbally, anyways.
Yeah, you hide it well.
Thank you. Thank you.
welcome.
It's good thing I do at Christmas time. But
Yeah.
You do 100% of the gift wrapping.
Yes, I hate
100%.
it so much.
Yeah, why do you?
I hate it. It's dumb. It's so dumb. It's like ironing.
What?
So dumb. It's so superfluous.
Why do you say that though? Like
Because
it's monotonous, or it's just
You got to go buy the wrapping. You got to find scissors, which if you have kids, scissors and tape are nowhere.
I
Even
did
though
see
you
you
buy them.
cutting the other day, and you were using the tiniest little scissors.
They're craft
Actually,
scissors because I have 42 pairs of scissors in this house, but can we find them? No. I have tape in this house. Where is it? No one knows. I have to go buy like a Costco size like multi-pack of tape because I know if I buy one thing of tape, it's gone. People are like, yay, tape. I don't know why everybody likes tape so much. We're hitting all my sore spots tonight,
yeah,
but
I'm sorry about that.
it's just, it's, you do all this work to like wrap these gifts and it's hard. It hurts your back. You're on the floor or then you got to haul everything down to a table. Your back hurts. It's difficult. Like it's not an easy thing.
No.
You've got to save or find boxes or then you're wrapping lumpy stuff. And then for what? Like they rip it all off. It's over. Especially if you're like me and you pick out your own gifts. Like we know our own gifts. We buy for each other,
We
but
do,
like we pick
yeah.
out our stuff. So I'm sitting there wrapping this stuff that we already know what it is. Like
Yeah, why are we doing this? That's so true.
Last year you bought me a bog bag, which if you don't know what that is, it's like a beach bag
yeah.
and they're really popular. It's like hard foam.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love them because we go to the beach a couple times a year. And so I picked one out for Christmas last year and instead of wrapping my gifts, I put all of my gifts in that bog bag and then I put the tissue paper sticking out of it like a gift bag because I was like, I'm not wrapping stuff. I already
remember that.
know what it is.
That is so true. Do
Yeah.
you remember me telling you?
Why does it sound weird?
I know. I
That's
don't-
better.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's good.
I need to make sure. Hold on. Check. I think this is.
What's going on?
There we go.
Better?
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully that's coming through okay. I don't know why it sounds like that. But anyways, do you remember when we first got married? I told you that I won a gift wrapping contest.
Yes.
That's the truth.
I don't believe that.
No.
I bought it hook, line, and sinker back then. Now I'm like, you
can
did
ask.
not. There's no way you wrapped a gift. I will tell you that much.
I did. We showed up
You did
for this youth activity at Christmas time, and they had a gift wrapping. And it was me, Tressa, and Tamara. We were in Seattle, Washington at the time. Tressa, I don't know if Tamara would remember, but for sure Tressa would. And so, this is the truth. I don't know if I ever told you this. So we're all gift wrapping. And I'm like, I'm not going to gift wrap this. But you couldn't see each other. So it was just going to be what you voted on. Well, I took 100 bows and just stuck bows all over the gift. So it looked like it was just, I can't remember if it was a big mug or something, and I just stuck bows all over it. But then everybody started figuring out who was wrapping what presents. And so I got first, Tressa got second, and Tamara got third out of like 40 teenagers. But I think it kind of, this is going to sound prideful, I think it was based a little bit off of popularity. I think people knew like, oh, it's there. So I won the gift wrapping.
You could have led with that because that would have been much more
did.
believable than
I
your
did.
gift was actually wrapped well.
Our youth pastor was, or the assistant was Brother Matt Harrington. I need to ask if he remembers that
Oh
because
my
he
goodness.
laughed
Was he
so
the
hard at
voter?
me. Everybody, the whole youth group voted. So you would go through and you would
Well,
put like
absolutely was based on
your
popularity, 100%.
so I
100%.
took it.
You just stuck bows all over. No one would vote for that as the best one unless you did it. But that
I did.
explains a lot. And
Yeah.
thanks for clarifying after 18 years. I
You're welcome.
appreciate that. Because this whole time I'm thinking he can rap really well. He just won't. And every year I have
No,
bitterness.
I
And
can't
now I know
remember
why.
the last time I wrapped a present. It has been a long, long time.
You don't even wrap me a present if you like buy me something for our anniversary or
No, no.
birthday. You just put it in like if
Yeah.
it's jewelry, you just give me the box.
I do a little bit better than that. I usually ask the jewelry store, "Can you wrap this for me?" So they wrap it for me, and it looks beautiful. It's way better than I could ever do.
I couldn't care less. You could just hand me the necklace in your open palm and I wouldn't care.
That's
But
so true.
yeah, it's
Are you ready for Christmas morning to get your new necklace? Oh, you're really mocking me tonight.
Did you get me a necklace?
No, but
You would well, actually you did just buy me a necklace recently and I didn't pick it out. You picked it out.
that's very true.
Sort of.
So, well, had a little help on that one, but
This is called Truth Podcast for,
Yeah.
for Christmas. This is a funny story. So he owed me a present for something, which
Mhm.
will be on another podcast on down the road. And I was teasing him and was like, "You're getting me a present for that. I worked really
I
hard. You're
did. I
getting me a
owed you.
present." And I was kind of joking, but he knew I was kind of serious. And so I told my friend about this situation and I told her, "He's getting me a present and it's going to be a good one," because that's how I was like, "No, like I deserve a present." So we were kind of laughing, her and I, over lunch. And then at the same lunch, I complimented her necklace. And I said, "I love your necklace." And she's like, "Oh, you always compliment this necklace." And I said, "Oh, I didn't realize. I must really like it. Ha ha." And then she texted you, right?
She did.
The link or something.
Yeah,
And she was
she's
like,
"Hey,
yeah.
this would be a really good present for Kari because she always loves mine." I was like, "Oh, you're the best.
Yeah.
Thank you."
So then when I opened it, I was like, "Oh my word, I know I've seen this somewhere." And then you didn't tell me, but she told me at a basketball game.
Yeah.
Did
no,
you?
wait, did I tell you? I thought
Oh,
I
you did
said-
tell me. You did
yeah,
tell
I
me.
said she.
Yeah.
I said your friend.
Yeah. So that was good though. You didn't necessarily
No,
pick it out, but
no.
you had backup.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
I just go to
So
my friends and
we're
tell
talking
them.
about Christmas care.
Yeah.
So going into this week, we've been talking a lot about time and taking your Sabbath and being careful about planning ahead. So
Mhm.
we kind of want to make this a little bit more light. So I want to ask you, and it's not in your notes, so sorry about
Oh,
this, but just
no.
gonna ask you. Give me somebody in your life that you love to be around at Christmas time. You don't have to say me. I know you're gonna be like, "Oh, are you
Aw.
setting?" I'm not throwing you a softball
I
pitch.
wasn't
Like,
going to.
I do not like you anymore.
I'm just kidding.
You're so mean.
Just kidding. Totally
Well,
joking.
mine is not you
Yeah.
either, so
No,
there.
well, I wouldn't doubt it. And I wouldn't blame you.
I mean, would you want to be around you? No,
No.
I'm just joking. Who do you
yeah.
love to be around Christmas time? Is just from your past or present? Who is somebody really fun at Christmas?
I really miss my grandma on my mom's side.
Mm,
She was the best at Christmas. She
Yeah.
was just, her house was decked out. She was a great cook. She always had desserts and homemade things sitting around. And I mean, it was just like you walked into the North
Mm.
Pole. Like, she was amazing at Christmas. I do miss her. But also I really just love being around kids.
yeah,
Our kids, nieces and nephews, like, kids at Christmas is the best.
yeah, that's true.
They're so, and American kids are very materialistic, so it's a lot about the gifts. But I feel like the kids in our families, extended families, are grateful kids.
yeah,
And so when you buy them a gift or when you give them a gift, or even, I remember last year, like, some of us girls brought or made things at your family's Christmas. And I remember the kids being so thankful, even just for like homemade cookies or
Aw,
something. They
yeah,
were just
that's
like,
cool.
"Did you make this? It's so good. Oh my word, you do such a good job." Like, they're just grateful kids,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
our kids, I feel like, are,
They're fun to be around.
yeah, they're
They
fun
love
at
it.
Christmas. They enjoy every little tradition that our family has, from like the stinking elf on the shelf, which I'm so glad is
Oh,
over.
this is,
Praise you,
y'all.
God.
This is
Praise
our
you.
first year being done.
Thank
Has
you,
it not been
Lord.
so relaxing?
It's been the best Christmas
Yes.
just because of that Stinking elf.
There's two things that have
Done.
made our life easier this year. One's a little bit sad. The other one, not so much. Number one, no, they're both a little sad. Number one, Elf on the Shelf's done.
That's not sad.
Yeah, well, it's sad that our kids are growing up this fast.
That's true.
Like
Yeah.
they last year was our last year, but it
Yeah.
has made life so much easier. How many times at 11:30 at night are we watching a show and you're like, honey,
The
and I'm
elf.
like, what? The elf. And we're running down, or the alarm goes off at 5:30, and I'm like, did you do the elf? And we're like,
You were
rock, scissors,
so
paper.
good at it too. You were so sweet. You always got up and
Oh,
got it.
my
I
word.
felt bad,
Ugh,
but then I
well,
just rolled over and went back to sleep.
number two, we don't have a dog this year.
Yes.
And Bear was a great dog, but boy,
Yeah.
around Christmas was really tough.
Yeah.
There were so many new things in our house that he
Yeah.
would want to mark his territory.
Oh, yes.
Number two, there were presents that would have goodies in it. Last year it was chocolates,
Mhm.
and he tore the whole. I don't know how he didn't die. He
I
got
know.
in that wrap.
It's a
He
miracle.
found it under the tree, pulled it out, unwrapped it, got in it, and
Ate
ate
the whole thing.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
I can't remember what candies they were.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
that was
made
rough.
life a little bit easier
Yeah. A
as
couple
well.
things that we've
Yeah.
grown out of. Praise the Lord.
Here's a couple people for me. I think for memories, I was texting my sister Tressa today. We have so many great memories growing up.
Mm.
We used to get underneath our tree and look up in the tree, and it was just always so fun every year. And then I was totally into Batman, and so we would play Batman's in the tree and the presents for hours.
Oh.
So Tress is always fun talking about memories. Tamra, my sister, is one of the most amazing for decorating. Like
Mhm.
her house is. If y'all don't follow her on Instagram or TikTok, you ought to, because her house is like
Yeah,
decked
she
out
decks
Christmas,
out. Yeah, it's cute.
gorgeous. But one of my favorite people to be around is actually your mom.
Yes.
Your mom is just.
She's just like my grandma. That's
she
why.
is Mrs. Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Like she is so amazing at Christmas.
Yeah.
Everything is perfect. She always has the best ideas. Her house is like you walk into the North
Oh,
Pole.
it is gorgeous.
It's warm. It's inviting.
Yes.
Christmas movies. She always picks out the best Christmas movies. There's only so many, but it's yeah. Your mom is so fun to be around at
Yeah.
Christmas. Just a
She
blast.
is. She loves Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
My parents are a blast too. But mom and dad they're on the opposite end. It's always football season.
Oh.
So my parents are like so fun when it comes to the sports side.
Yes.
It's like not as much Christmas movies or like,
Yeah.
nostalgic. It's just,
Sports.
oh, it's all football.
Yeah.
Football. And I love that.
Yes,
I
you
love that
do.
aspect. But your
Yeah.
mom is, I'd say right up there, number one, like just all-time fave for
Yeah.
years and years and years. Has been a blast to be around.
She was like that when we were kids too.
Yeah.
I remember her. I mean, we didn't have much, but she would make whatever we had like sparkle with everything Christmas. It was.
She's really always been like that.
She has always been like that.
That's
yeah.
so cool.
She was really good at that. I remember Christmas being very fun as kids.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What is for me even, I actually don't know if I know this question. Favorite Christmas movie, or at least top two.
I mean, Home Alone for sure.
Is it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Which one?
The first one. I like the second one too, though. They're both good.
That's really cool.
The first one's just the best, though.
What do you think mine is?
Oh, It's a Wonderful Life.
Come on, girl. Let's go. It's the best, y'all.
I don't even like that movie.
Merry Christmas, y'all. Building and Loan. Oh, it's my
I'll
favorite.
tell you, I
That's
don't
just-
like that movie, but
Why do you not like that movie?
lots of reasons, many reasons.
Okay, well, don't break my heart.
I know, I won't. It's just every decision was a bad decision. It's like
You
he
just
was
don't
so
like Clarence.
close.
You don't like the angel?
No,
maybe?
Angel's fine. He's
Oh.
okay. He's a good guy. it's,
The mom?
it's just tragic. Like
Potter?
everything. I'm like, keep driving, keep going. Don't worry about the bank. Like you're married. Like go on your honeymoon.
But
like
the
ugh,
moral of the
the
story.
thief that never gets never gets justice. That old man. Like somebody should have just
Oh yeah, Mr. Potter should have got probably.
pushed him down the hill or something. I don't like it. I don't like it. I do love the whole I like the idea of it. It just made it as like frustrating as possible.
Oh my word!
I love the end. I love the end is great.
What's it called when you have an alternate ending?
Yeah, that's what
I would love for you to write an alternate ending of
No,
what
I
happens to Mr. Potter.
Yeah, I like the end. I just don't. The whole middle is agonizing. You're just
Y'all,
just
this movie
agony.
would go from rated G to probably a high PG-13 if Carrie rewrote
We
the
could
end.
make it a murder mystery for sure.
What happened to old man Potter? He's
No,
just
but I will say, like, moms when we were at mom's for Thanksgiving, somebody put that on, and I was like, great. And I'm just avoiding it.
y'all don't tell anybody it was me.
No doubt.
I love it.
But I sat in the swing with Harrison, our nephew, and I was trying to rock him to sleep. And so I couldn't get away from it. And man, it hit that ending when all the friends are coming in. I was like bawling, like tears. I was like, I hate this movie. And that makes me mad in the middle. In the end, I'm an emotional wreck.
It's
like
amazing.
there's too many. I
What
can't filter those emotions in one movie.
a
It's too much.
well-written movie.
Too much.
You know, a movie that I think gets overlooked by us is A White Christmas with Bing Crosby. We really don't watch that. Maybe it's not hard.
It's a
maybe
musical.
little
Our
bit
kids
hard to
don't
find.
really love musicals.
Yeah, they don't. But that's like a
Yeah,
good
it's okay.
old.
Yeah, it's good.
I love it.
I like it once a year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me too.
once a year is good.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's great.
Elf.
What,
What's your
do not like
thoughts on
Elf?
Elf? No, I do not.
Yeah, I do because that's where all the fun memes come from. Like,
There are some really funny
uh,
sayings from that movie.
there are.
There
yeah.
are. Yeah. He is hilarious in that movie. I will say. It's not my favorite, but
There,
it's funny.
it was just a little while ago that movie was on, and Elf belches for a very long time,
Can't take it.
and then he goes, "Did you hear that?" And I'm telling you, both of our twins belly laughed. They thought that was so funny.
My humor though is different than most people's humor, so I get that. Like I
Right.
get why people love it. I just have a different. I don't know. Different things make me laugh.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
But it's okay.
So let's talk a minute for a moment, Kara. What's some tips we can give some folks for making their own family memories? What do you think? We've talked all about when we were young. What about memories now? Like we have a family and we're making memories. What can folks do to make memories?
I think don't do too many, like your traditions and things. Is that what you mean, like traditions?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
How do you make your own?
Don't do too many. I think and I'm thinking as a mom of 5. So if you only, if
Right.
you have less kids or you don't have kids, you're like, I'm fine with a lot of traditions. But I think if you're in the parenting stage and you're kind of deep in it, don't overwhelm yourself, because the best memory that you can give your kids is peace and joy. Like being a peaceful person and being a joyful person. I mean, the first thing we talk about at Christmas is like who we love to be around, our grandma, my mom, like, you know, just
Isn't that
people
amazing?
that make us feel peaceful and joyful and happy. So that's the best thing you can give your family. So don't overdo it.
Yeah.
Like definitely don't start an elf for sure.
Oh my word!
Don't do things like that.
Who
Learn
got
from
that?
us.
Did you?
Teal, your sister got 2. I think people gave them to
really?
her for her kids, and she was like,
She gave us one.
or she bought one and then someone gave her one. I can't remember, but she's like, "Hey, do you want one for your kids? I have 2." And I was like, "Oh yeah, this is cute."
Yeah.
But that's at the stage when they're young enough to not
Don't do
realize you're
that.
moving it anyway.
I would say with that
yeah.
being overwhelmed is don't overspend. I let me say
Are you
this
saying
again.
that for me?
Yes, for all of our live listeners, all one of them. If your initials are KCS and you sit to my
That
left
is
on
so
every
mean.
podcast, do not overspend
Too late.
money. The best memories you can have is creating memories. And when kids get older, I know right now it's all about. It's funny because our neighbors are the Jones. They happen to be our. And somebody says, try not to keep up with the Jones, but
we do.
we got them beat. No, really don't. I think we do live in this TikTok world, and we're trying to keep up with everybody. Even Kari said the other day, remind me, I'm going to make a loop here, so you're going to have to bring me back in.
Okay.
Kari said the other day that she's like, I kind of miss just decorations on a house. Like people just went out, they decorated their house, and it was not sloppy, but you could just tell, like, hey, you did it. It was freezing cold. Every house, and our neighbors listen to this, so for our neighbors who are listening right now, we're not making fun at all. But everyone in the neighborhoods in here in Indianapolis have all gone to this very professional looking decorations.
Yeah, the lights
And
are perfect.
Everything's perfect. And I think that's where we've gotten to in society, where we're trying to be so perfect. And when it comes to Christmas, you really don't have to be, like Kari and I have been saying, some of the best Christmas memories we have is spending with siblings, grandparents looking up in a tree, playing around, and your kids will get to the place where that's what they will remember too.
Yeah.
Although I did ask, this is a true story. 2 days ago, I asked our kids and said, "Hey guys, what if we did not get any presents next year and we just went to Disney?" I thought they were like, "Oh my word, yes, oh that would be awesome." And 5 for 5 were like, "Nah, no, we'd rather have presents."
What is wrong with these children?
I'm like, "Oh, you bunch of
You'd
spoiled
rather have
brats."
stuff from Five Below than go to Disney.
They would.
They would though.
I think it's the opening the gifts and
It's
they
that. Yeah, it's
just
the gift wrap.
are
It's the
so excited. They're
it's
so
the
excited.
amazing wrapped presents.
Well, one of them did say, "We're going to go on vacation anyways, Lois." We're going to go on vacation anyways, so why would we give it up? I'm
oh,
like,
brother.
well, I was trying to save some money there, but anyways. Make memories. You don't have to spend, you don't have to, don't overdo it.
Yeah.
Don't kick yourself in January, February trying to pay off credit card that you just overspend. Kids really do. Give them a couple gifts that they're going to love, but make it memories on that day, and not just that day, but surrounding this and this. The entire week really can be fun if you can, as you go back and listen to several episodes ago, start to clear your calendar.
Yeah.
We have purposely not done some activities this year with the life stage group or with our deacons and some other things, just to have some margin in our calendar. That has not happened just because of other things that have come up, but trying to create margin so that we can create memories with our kids.
Yeah, that's really good. And it's important to remember too that the higher you set the bar for yourself and for your kids, when everything has to be, a lot of money, expensive, or a big time commitment, like those are their expectations. And it's kind of like creating this pathway in their brain that that's what it has to be. Whereas if you really discipline yourself, like, hey, we're going to drive around and look at Christmas lights and drink hot chocolate. It's smaller things like that. Or we're going to bake cupcakes and, have a little, I remember I did that one year and we've only done it a year or two, but we had stuff for cupcakes. And I was like, let's bake cupcakes and have a happy birthday to Jesus thing on Christmas Eve. Yeah. And we literally just said like, happy birthday, Jesus. And we all ate our cupcakes. It was, it wasn't a big deal, but it was a special thing. The kids remember that. They love that. So it doesn't always have to be this like overdone, super expensive, we're going to Disney, know, and it's not that it's wrong. I mean, once in a while that's fine, but be sure to teach your kids through these holidays that some people don't have. Some people go without, and it's okay to make normal things beautiful.
Absolutely.
And to appreciate small things, even though it's a, big season and a big holiday.
And as we go in kind of to the last part of this podcast is, don't forget why we celebrate this season. Yeah. As Christians, we do it to celebrate the birth of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, who there's an historical count written in the Gospels that he did come and he was born. He was born in a manger. There was no room for him in any of the motels or the hotels. And Mary, bless her heart, gave birth basically in a barn and wrapped him in swaddling clothes. And that was the reason why we celebrate. Yeah. We celebrate to say happy birthday to our King. Yeah. And I would say my first time was just this last year. I know it's crazy because I'm 41 years old, but I think my parents may say otherwise, but we had a Christmas Eve service. Your dad used to have them, so, right?
Did you? We had a few.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Kari remembers them. I really did not. Let me tell you, Christmas Eve services are amazing. Yeah. Like it was just so amazing, and we're going to do it again this year. And I would say, as a family, make that time and be in church. Yeah. If you can, if your church has it, man, I would really suggest going to a Christmas Eve service. Yeah. If they have something special there, do it. And then also make sure that you're making time around this season. What are some memories that your family either made or we're making surrounding this season spiritually?
I think it's important to, on Christmas, we typically read Luke 2. We do. And we'll go around and, have the kids each read a verse or read a portion or whatever. We've done the cupcake things, happy birthday to Jesus. I mean, just little things that remind us, that this is not, I really don't like the commercialization of Christmas, how
Yeah.
it is so much about what did we get? What are we getting?
It's
Presents.
true.
I mean,
It's true.
I love presents like the next person, but good night, it's like it can be overdone,
Yeah.
especially in our country and in our culture. So I do think it's great. Like if you've got, especially if you have young kids in the home, it's great to pull their attention back to what matters. Give to someone else. Tell them, hey, we're gonna, create a gift bag for somebody and leave it, at their house and not tell them who it was from.
Oh, it's so good.
Stuff like that. Giving somebody an extra gift that might be struggling. And you don't have to make a big deal out of it, but within your family, you should.
Yeah.
Within your family, you should say, who's somebody that we can give a gift to that might be having a tough Christmas? Last year, I gave the girls these little Christmas ornaments, and I said, I want you to give these to someone that's special to you. It can be somebody at school. It can be somebody, a teacher, a friend, a family member. It can be anybody, neighbor, And so they each chose someone to give a little Christmas ornament to and write a special card of you mean something to me. And those are good traditions. Those are good memory making things that teach them to give, not just to take.
Did you get that off of Home Alone, the turtle doves?
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
But that was.
I don't know why I thought of that. It's your favorite movie, so I was like, oh, she's copying the movie.
Maybe it was in my subconscious. I don't know.
It could have been. It could have been. I definitely would say take some time before you open gifts. Take those moments to reflect on just how good God is, that He did come to redeem mankind from their sins. And if you're listening to this podcast and you've never accepted Christ as your Savior, this would be a great season to do so. Call upon Him, for whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved.
Absolutely.
And the Bible says, for by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast. And if you can admit that you're a sinner, you've done wrong, and you repent of your sin, you turn from your sin, and you invite Jesus to be your king, He said He will be your king. And it is a wonderful thing being a Christian. And it will point you in the right direction. And He is here for you. And He loves you. And so take that time just to reflect on what Christ has done. But then with your family, I would say, lastly, for me anyways, Care, is take some time to reflect and then also to reset. You're heading into the last couple of days of the year. And so begin to think about what we are going to do to make plans for the future. We've already talked about setting goals, but it's important. Kari and I, just this evening, begin to question our kids. What are some goals that you have for next year? I was pleasantly shocked at how many goals our kids already are thinking about.
Good.
Some of them were just, we want to make more money. Some were, I want to read through the Bible in a year. Others were, I'd like to be more kind. Like, there's some physical, some spiritual, but I think for your family, start talking through those things. Ask each other. Kari and I ask each other, what are some goals? And I think it's a time to reflect, but then also to reset as you come to the day after Christmas and 28th, 29th, 30th, all the way through. New Year coming up, and this is a great time to be looking at making some changes in your life.
Absolutely. So, I love that.
Anything else, Kari, you want to say?
Just Merry Christmas, rest, enjoy the season, come down from the craziness that is our typical lives, and think about the Lord and think about your family and just give your mind and your soul some peaceful rest at Christmas. I think that's the best gift you can give and you can receive.
Sleep
Sleep.
Just go to sleep. Sleep through Christmas. You're going to be okay, okay?
I slept till 12:30 today.
Yep. I don't know if you should tell everybody that, but you sure did.
I should. I absolutely should. I'm very proud of that. I'm up at 6:15, 6:30 every single day of my life. I was so happy.
You did so well. Yeah, you slept. Now, we were up very, very late the last couple nights. You really needed this.
I was in a great mood today, too. See what sleep can do, guys?
I'm telling you. I gave her little sleeping pills, and it worked.
You probably did. You probably slipped some NyQuil.
Email me for the secret recipe.
Oh, my.
No, hey, we want to wish you a Merry Christmas And thank you so much for allowing us to have a part of your family's life each
Yes.
and every week.
Thank you for
And
listening.
yeah, thanks for tuning in. It has been a special year this year.
Mhm.
I can't believe we're closing out our 41st episode.
Unbelievable.
And yeah, it's really awesome. I
Mhm.
enjoy doing this with
It's
you,
been
Kara.
fun, babe.
So
It's
Merry
been awesome.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Have a good week.